If I could be.
係你同我嚟㗎。
Distance means so little when a gift says so much. Etsy has it.
Okay, everyone, our mission is complete balanced nutrition. Together, we support immune function, supply fuel for immune cells, and sustain tissue health.
Ensure with 25 vitamins and minerals, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
We don't. We're not good party people.
Only we're with Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest, their Christmas confessions, and our Santa support.
Happening now.
Some scared parents today here at Rose Garden Elementary the day after the school found a loaded handgun with one of its students. We talked with parents about their reactions as well as some of the firearm safety tips you may want to consider with your kids.
You can tell a cold front has moved through, but get ready for temperatures to drop even more. We'll talk about how cold it's going to get and our next chance of rain in just a bit.
If buying the perfect kitchen gadget for your aspiring chef or foodie is still on your Christmas chopping block, we've got some great ideas, and you won't believe how inexpensive they are. The News at 5 starts right now. First at 5, we're learning 3 people are behind bars tonight in relation to sexually assaulting children.
Yeah, the Bexar County Sheriff says all the arrests happened today, but there are 2 separate cases we're talking about here.
John Paul Barajas was at the news conference just a few minutes ago. Right now, he tells us the latest 2 that were arrested were walked right in front of our cameras.
The information and details leading to these arrests are heartbreaking. One case involves an 18-year-old man sexually assaulting a teenager he met online. The other, a man and a woman accused of sexually assaulting a young relative.
Charges of sexual assault of a child. Why is that?
Is that true?
Are you having fun?
Are you having fun?
Is it true or not?
The sheriff says 39-year-old Christopher Tomley and 32-year-old Ashley Tomley drugged a relative and performed sexual acts with each other while the young girl was in the room. The victim says she was sexually abused for at least 4 to 6 years. Tonight, she is in the custody and care of the state. Christopher faces charges of continuous sexual assault of a child. Ashley faces charges of endangering a child, but the sheriff says more charges could be filed.
Helpless feeling that this little girl went through in the years before she built up the courage, before she had the ability to just walk out of that house and say, I'm done. I can't even imagine the prison that she lived in.
The second case involves 18-year-old Jairo Augusto Mendez. The sheriff says he posed as a 17-year-old and went to a 15-year-old's home that he met through Instagram. He's charged with aggravated sexual assault. And although all 3 arrests were made today, the sheriff says this is not a part of some sexual abuse or sexual assault crackdown. It just happens to be a coincidence. At the Bexar County Jail, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, John Paul. New at 5, we now know the names of the last 2 victims from that fatal explosion at an underground home last Friday. 61-year-old James Gus Kalasek and 57-year-old William Thompson. Both manners of death from an apparent explosion. The cause still pending, though. Over the weekend, we got the identities of the other 2 victims, 36-year-old Roger Huron Jr. and 28-year-old Ashley Ottoby. Yesterday, the San Antonio Fire Department spoke for the first time publicly about that explosion. They say the home was about 12 feet underground with concrete walls reinforced with rebar. The home owned by a man, wife, and brother, but officials did not confirm if any of the victims were the owners.
Scared, terrified. That's how parents at Rose Garden Elementary described their reactions to yesterday's news that there was a loaded gun on campus. Garrett Berger talked to those parents today, plus what you can tell your children about gun safety.
You don't expect it to happen at your school, and it comes as a surprise, especially this young.
Parents at Rose Garden Elementary were shaken by news that an 8-year-old had brought a gun to school on Tuesday.
The thing that concerned me the most was that he was safe.
It's not clear where the child got the gun, but we talked with Josh Felker at Lone Star Handgun about gun safety for parents and their kids. It recommends familiarizing children with firearms and safety early on.
The worst thing you as a parent can do is hide your guns and never let your kids handle firearms because of that curiosity. They'll come across it and they think they know what they're doing.
And if your firearm isn't on you, he says, you should store it unloaded in a reasonably secure measure. Options for locking them up range from heavy gun safes to smaller ones to cable locks.
Now, it's also important for kids to know what to do if they come across a gun.
So firearm safety, the Eddie the Eagle program from the NRA is, if you see a firearm, leave it alone. Tell an adult. If you're around other people, kiddos that are looking or messing with firearms, to leave the room and go find an adult.
Advice parents we spoke to are giving their kids already.
Number one rule is don't touch. Tell a parent, tell a teacher.
While hoping it's not a situation their kids run into again.
We checked with the Church Police earlier this afternoon, but a spokeswoman said they didn't have any updates to provide us. She did say they are working with the Bexar County District Attorney's Office to determine whether there will be any charges. At Rose Garden Elementary, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Catalytic converter thefts have been on the rise, from innocent people to daycare vans. Now an emergency vehicle was targeted, the latter happening at an emergency response headquarters on the city's northeast side. United Medevac Solutions says one of their ambulance units, catalytic converters, was stolen. They say it's shocking this would happen at a place so critical when it comes to people's safety, all for cash.
I mean, it crosses the line for anybody to have their equipment stolen. I mean, somebody's getting a couple $100 and it costs you thousands to repair. I mean, even on a regular vehicle, it's thousands of dollars to repair it. And what do they get for it?
Coming up at 6, our Jonathan Cotto spoke with paramedics who say nothing is off limits for people looking to steal these catalytic converters and the evidence that they have in hopes of catching whoever did this.
A simple tub of body wax, that's to blame for a nail salon fire that put an apartment complex that it's attached to at risk. Those flames broke out around 6 a.m. this morning at the salon located at Worthy Parkway near the Rim. Fire officials say the fire from that wax spread over to a pile of boxes, and that's what caused the fire alarms at the apartment complex to go off. A resident at the apartment complex says most people didn't believe the fire was really happening because the fire alarms had been going off for some time.
I think it's just happened so many times that a lot of people assume that it's just another test or it's another malfunction, so nobody really takes it seriously.
Although no one was hurt, the people at the apartments worry that the next time the alarms ring, it will be a much more serious issue. A spokesperson for the apartment complex, Graystar, released a statement that reads in part, quote, "While it is true the fire occurred during the time that the system was being tested for annual inspections, it did work as designed," end quote.
10 years ago today, 26 people lost their lives in a tragic school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut.
That mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary, marking the beginning of a new chapter in America's struggle with gun violence.
Myra Arthur shows us how that community has been forever changed, along with the changes they want to see done to ensure it never happens again.
It was December 14th, 2012, when 20 first graders and 6 educators were killed in Newtown, Connecticut. Jackie Hegarty was there, a second grader at the time.
It's really hard to process that, and I'm still processing it 10 years later. No one deserves to, see the things I saw when I walked out, or to hear the things I heard.
Now 17, she says her grief has fueled her to push for new gun laws as president of the Junior Newtown Action Alliance.
We're still looking for a federal assault weapons ban, but we're making progress.
In the last decade, Connecticut has passed several gun reform measures, including an assault weapons ban and mandatory background checks. Other states followed suit. But since Sandy Hook, the nation has seen nearly 1,000 school shootings. After the massacre at Robb Elementary in Uvalde this year, Congress passed the first federal gun safety law in 30 years, tightening background checks and offering so-called red flag grants for states to help police and families confiscate guns from people considered a threat. But advocates like Nicole Hockley, whose son Dylan died at Sandy Hook, insist that more must be done.
These acts of violence are preventable, and that we all have a role in doing something about it.
In the meantime, the official Sandy Hook Memorial site is now open. That memorial has a sycamore tree in the middle of a reflection pool. In the water are 26 wreaths for the victims, each one with a candle and a paper note with their name on it. A place for grieving parents all these years later.
When you have a tragedy like Sandy Hook or any other tragedy that rocks any community, it's nice to have a place that marks that moment.
Myra Arthur, KSAT 12 News.
We briefly hit 70 degrees for our high temperature this afternoon, and right now temperatures are in the 60s to near 70. 72 Floresville, 75 even in Panna Maria. Meanwhile, 66 now in Bernie and Bulverde at 67. The wind has been howling today. We had gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour. Right now, steady wind out of the northwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but this will quickly diminish and really pump the brakes. I mean, you look at our wind forecast by 8 o'clock, maybe 9 miles per hour. Notice closer to sunrise tomorrow morning, pretty much a calm wind, maybe a 2 mile per hour breeze. So turning calm this evening and tonight, but cooling quickly. We're going to talk how low the temperature is going to go in just a bit, and even cooler afternoons on the way. Ursula.
Thank you, Adam. Adam already knows about this, but we're going to tell you about it. The National Weather Service surveying damage after a tornado touched down in Farmerville, Louisiana. That's about 90 miles west of Shreveport. Officials there say nearly 25 people were hurt as a result of that tornado. And now rescue crews and recovery crews are handling search efforts. Several trees and power lines taken down by this storm, according to the National Weather Service. Some roads closed off because they had so much fallen debris. Power knocked out to about 300 households.
Borrowing money just got more expensive after the Federal Reserve hiked its key interest rate for the 7th and final time this year. That's a historically big move, but a smaller increase than the past 4 rate hikes. What does it mean in dollar terms? Well, if you have a fixed 30-year, $300,000 mortgage, you're paying about $500 more each month than at the start of the year, simply because of those higher rates. The November inflation report showed prices cooled, but the cost of everything from groceries to rent is still considered to be too high. The central bank has signaled more rate hikes could come in the next year.
The San Antonio Police Department is collecting donations. It's for their Blue Santa program, and they're looking for you to help to give out as many toys as they can. They are trying to hit 5,000 kids. The Blue Santa warehouse is presently filled up with thousands of toys. They say a kid getting a toy for the holiday season can bring the joy that they need for the rest of the year. Once you get all the toys collected, though, they're going to be sending them off to different police substations, and they are going to be the ones that hand it out to the community.
And don't forget, we here at KSAT are helping raise money for the Salvation Army's Parade of Kettles campaign. Just scan the QR code on your screen to donate money that'll be given out to those in need. Every donation helps, no matter how big or small. You can also find a link to donate at KSAT.com.
When every dollar counts, $20 can get you more than you think for Christmas gifts, specifically if it's for your favorite chef or somebody who just likes to eat. We're going to show you the inexpensive gadgets to add to your Christmas list.
And checking traffic on this Wednesday, we're going to I-90 and Medio Creek. You can see very slow going in what looks like it's the eastbound lanes of US 90. US 90 at Medio Creek, a big slowdown there, but no major traffic accidents to tell you about at this hour.
I'm Myra Arthur, and here's a look at what's coming up on the news at 6 o'clock today. A bar brawl in Helotes. Video of that fight, it's captured the attention of San Antonio Police Internal Affairs investigators. We're going to explain why. Plus, hundreds of veterans say this judge gave them a second chance to take control of their mental health and improve their futures. We have the final salute to Veterans Court Judge Wayne Christian. That and a whole lot more coming your way today on the news at 6.
Thank you, Myra. Maybe you've got a chef or a wannabe chef on your holiday list, or you need a Secret Santa gift, perhaps. 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris is going to show us the kitchen gadgets that will make great gifts, and all of them are for $20 or less.
You don't need to spend a lot to make a great meal. Same goes for prepping the meal.
We tested tons of kitchen gadgets this year that are great gift options for the foodies on your list. Best of all, they can all be had for $20 or less.
Consumer Reports resident chef Paul Hope says you can't go wrong with a digital meat thermometer. He recommends this one from Accurite. You can also make a chef happy by keeping their knives happy and sharp.
A sharp knife is not only safer, it just works better. It makes meal prep easier, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a great knife sharpener.
This manual kitchen IQ costs about $10. A mandolin slicer is helpful when presentation matters or when you have a lot to slice. Testers like the simplicity of this handheld KSAT. It even slices hard foods and costs $20. For less than $10, you can add this set of 4 plastic cutting mats. They're flexible, which makes them useful for chopping and folding the herbs or whatever right into the pan. Got a baker on your list? This Greater Goods digital scale costs about $10.
Measuring cups aren't always as accurate as you might think. A kitchen scale is really the best way to measure ingredients like flour and sugar so you know exactly what's going into your recipe.
And if you're lucky, you might just get a cookie in return. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
And of course, during all of that, Adam Caskey says, oh, that'd be handy to brew with too.
Oh.
You know, he makes his own IPA.
Well, you got to get your hop additions correct.
Of course, yeah. Barley.
I don't know.
All that.
Well, grain too, of course.
Yeah, of course. Fermenting.
Yeast, that would be, yes. Digital scales, they come in very handy in the brewer's world.
I'm just coming up with various brewer terms that I kind of know.
You kind of know. Flocculation?
Yeah.
That's one.
Ooh, that's a weird one.
Right? But anyway, let's talk about our morning temperatures. They're going to take a bit of a dive. 36 degrees tomorrow morning when you step out the door. So get ready to have your jacket handy and within reach first thing in the morning tomorrow. And then the morning temperatures really don't change a whole lot. We're going to remain on the cool side, so jacket weather for the foreseeable future. All right, let's take a look at the readings across the state right now. 42 Amarillo, meanwhile, close to 70 in Brownsville and Laredo. Laredo actually at 71. In and around San Antonio, we're mostly in the 60s. Stinson at 68, Castroville at 70. Bernie right now at 61 and New Braunfels at 67. Here's what you can get ready for tomorrow morning. Temperatures generally in the mid-30s, about 36 in town here. Bernie 36. We'll get close to freezing in parts of the hill country. Bulverde probably a degree or so, or just a few degrees above freezing. Canyon Lake a degree or so above freezing. You know, that usual routine this time of year. Poteet, Pleasanton, about 41 in the morning. Then by the afternoon, we make it well into the 60s. We're talking a high temperature of 68 in and around San Antonio. And for the most part, mid and upper 60s, even Bandera 68, Seguin 66, along with New Braunfels. But look at our trend. Friday, we're down to 60 for a high. By Saturday, we're talking 48 for the afternoon high temperatures. So afternoon highs are going to be taking a nosedive. And the low point, of course, is going to be on Saturday. Low clouds, bit of a breeze, little bit of dampness, and just overall raw. 48, the high temperature. And we remain below average all the way through the weekend and into the early part of next week. And then we've been talking about that colder than average pattern that's likely through Christmas. And this is the Climate Prediction Center outlook. We talked about this yesterday for December 20th to 26th. And there is a high likelihood of below average temperatures for about the eastern 2/3 of the lower 48 here. And of course, that includes us. So a few days before Christmas through Christmas, we'll likely have colder than average temperatures. Temperatures could take more of a dive. And I do think our first freeze in San Antonio is likely a day or two before Christmas. So what is average on Christmas? Average low of 41, average high of 63. It wouldn't surprise me if we were a good 20 degrees below average on Christmas Day. Just for fun, the records, the coldest Christmas 11, the warmest 90 back in 1955. All right, here's our weather pattern. Severe weather and even tornadic activity in and around New Orleans earlier today. Now that severe weather threat is pushing eastward, but that's where all the real deal action is and the real deal storms. Otherwise, on the cold side of this broad system, we still have that snow up in the northern plains and the Dakotas, and this upper level low is just taking its sweet old time moving eastward. But this is what helped push that cold front through our neck of the woods yesterday, and our temperatures will continue to fall off a bit. Now, we'll have a few ripples in the flow behind that upper low Saturday and then again Monday, and that's going to give us a shot at rain. Not a great chance. Saturday, about a 20% chance, but by Monday, we've got it up to 40%. I think that next little short wave, that little disturbance on Monday, has better potential for some showers. I don't expect much in terms of accumulations. Not really a drought-denting system, but better than nothing. As for tomorrow, just sunny and clear. 36 at 7 a.m. By noon, we're at 60 degrees. And then around 4 o'clock, we should hit 68 for the high temperature. Not much of a breeze tomorrow. Light and variable at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday's what really stands out. Cloudy, a bit breezy. Not all that damp, but a few light showers, only 48.
Ooh, nice and chilly. Thank you, Adam.
All right, let's go to the AT&T Center right now. Greg Simmons standing by. And, I don't know if it's luck. I don't know if it's skill. I don't really care as long as they keep winning, Greg.
Yeah.
All rolled into one, right?
Yeah.
Well, they'll try it again tonight against Portland to see if they can keep this win streak going while they're at home for the next 2 games. We'll have a live preview coming to you from the AT&T Center with the UTSA Roadrunners in Orlando. And the talk today is about the battle in the trenches looming ahead. Come on up. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome live to the AT&T Center, where tonight the Spurs play host with the Portland Trail Blazers, hoping to expand their win streak to 4 straight games. That's after, of course, they survived the third-best team in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers, on Monday, 112 to 111. Their 19-point lead had dwindled down to 1 in the fourth quarter when Keldon Johnson stepped up and made a big-time play, not once but twice, blocking Donovan Mitchell's breakaway basket and then forcing Mitchell to turn the ball over to preserve the win, and that's after he had been sick all day.
I've been up since like 5. I couldn't really sleep. I was pretty sick, and I didn't do shoot around today, but I just made up my mind, like, this is what I love to do. This is my job. Like, this is why I smile every day. Like, I love to come in and play basketball, and I said, if I'm able to play, I'm gonna play.
All right, there's a tip time tonight, 7 o'clock. The UTSA Roadrunners in day 3 of their bowl preparations in Orlando. The big question going into this bowl game is about the defensive and offensive lines. In other words, how UTSA's offensive line will handle the defensive line of Troy.
They just move a lot, stuff like that. They're not really bigger up front, weight-wise, and our interior line's pretty hefty up front, so they're going to be moving a lot. And I feel like we're big dudes that have quick feet, so we'll be able to handle it.
All right, kickoff will be at 2 p.m. on Friday. Good luck to the Polk Pirates, who are playing for a state championship for the first time since 1968 when they face Gunner in the Class 3 Division II state championship game tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Jerry World. Pirates are 14-1, coming off their best game yet with a 51-28 victory over Harmony. Now must face undefeated Gunner, who has state titles in 2016 and more recently 2019.
They're number one all year. They're not going to be easy. They're not going to make things easy for us. It's going to be a dogfight until the end of the fourth quarter. They're a great team. They're physical, fast, and they're great overall. They do a lot of things right, but so do we. We still come out here and practice the same way, and it's been pretty successful so far, so hopefully it'll pay off.
All right, good luck to the Pirates. And by the way, we have a big Pirate send-off today from Poth. We got that for you coming up at 6. Live from the AT&T Center, Greg Simmons, KSAT 12 Sports.
All right, thank you, Greg.
We'll be right back.
Chilly tomorrow morning at 36, then sunny and 68. So warming up nicely into the afternoon. Friday, though, cooler, 60. Then look at Saturday. That day really stands out. 48 the high, cloudy. Bit breezy as well, kind of a raw day, and just a few light showers. Better rain chances on Monday, but still don't get your hopes up, not expecting much in terms of accumulation. Bottom line, temperatures dropping below average and staying there next week with highs in the 50s then.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam. Woo, got to get the coat back out. Thanks for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.